Oh my goodness.
Well,
Should I
I
try?
think we just never added you to the thing.
Is that it?
I think so.
Oh no. Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. We are trying to work out kinks because we've never done this before. So I apologize. But welcome to our first live stream. I'm so excited. I have no idea what's going to happen today. None. I know that there are questions, and I see that there's some stuff in the chat that I haven't even had a chance to look at because we've been scurrying around like little ants trying to fix some technical problems. So let me take a look at what's here. And by the way, just so you know, Mr.InBetween is on as well. He's
Hello,
my
y'all.
he's my wingman. Jenny A, thank you. Rich, my favorite color is purple, although that kind of depends on what it is. If it's clothes, it's black. I don't know. It's just how I roll. But thanks for asking. Jenny lives in New Mexico. I love New Mexico. I've been to Albuquerque a couple times, Santa Fe a couple of times. It's beautiful country. Thankfully, that was before I learned about the whole, Skinwalker Navajo thing over there, because now I'm not so sure. And yes, Jenny, I'm thrilled that you're a part of the first live stream too. Oh, Deb is driving. Okay. Spiritual Drip. Hello. Good to see you on here. Oh my goodness. I don't even know where to start with this, you guys. This is just crazy. It's crazy that I have fans. That's just never where I thought I would be in my life. I know it sounds kind of funny, but it's true. And now you actually get to see me with my glasses on instead of just on the top of my head. Because yes, I'm getting old and I need them. A quick technical question, Mr.InBetween. Should I stay on my computer microphone or should I try to switch to the real microphone?
Well, let's try to switch it to the real microphone just to see what happens. So it's just a quick
okay
here, I think. And then once you get that on there, then just go into your settings there and flip it into audio section. So hey guys.
Oh,
while she's figuring that out.
You know what? It says I'm on the real microphone already.
On the Yeti?
Do I sound good? Yeah.
The Yeti already?
I'm on the Yeti already.
Yes, yeah, you sound fine.
Okay. Not crappy computer.
Yeah,
microphone.
See what Rich shows.
What?
Rich says Deb says we're friends, not fans.
Oh,
this is so true.
That is so.
You
sweet.
guys are so amazing.
No
and
kidding.
we've been sending you emails, and I don't think you've been getting them.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Is Deb actually going to hop on at some point? Edward Garcia, hello.
It says, hi, Carol Ann.
I see that. Oh, wait,
and we see so many people that we see in the comments all the time. Jenny A, of course. Rich, of course. Spiritual Drip. Carrie Clark. Where are you guys from? NK Sambornsky, of course.
NK Sambornsky.
Yep. Wesley.
Oh, Wesley. Okay, I see Wesley. Oh, there's NK. Hello. Carrie Clark. Hello. Just got
you
home.
Guys are always awesome. I keep going through the comments. Sometimes I'll, it's very rare, but if she can't get to a comment, I'll do my best impersonation of Carol Ann and try to do it in her voice, and I can let her know. And she's like, that's exactly what I would say. I know.
She does a very good job. Sorry,
but I do try to leave every comment for her to answer specifically, not me. I try not to answer it, but she's a busy lady.
The comments are mostly mine.
Yeah.
By a fair margin.
About probably 95%.
Spiritual Drip is from St. Louis. I went to college in St. Louis at Webster University in Webster Groves. And the dormitories were they had so few rooms that it was pretty much reserved for people who were from out of state. So there were people from everywhere, which was really cool. But I didn't know until I got there, obviously, and as time went on, that the dorms were haunted. There was a room 3 or 4 down from mine that nobody ever liked to be in, and they saw an apparition one night. I don't know. Oh, that brings me to one of the popular questions, which was, have I ever had an experience? And the answer is no. And I think I like it that way. I don't think I ever want to, because I'm kind of chicken that way. I know people who've had experiences. My brother saw, well, I say my brother saw a ghost. He says, I don't know what I saw. But he was jogging past a graveyard at night. It's got to be a ghost, right? So my brother saw a ghost. My best friend's husband grew up in a house with a ghost in it. There was a little boy that he and his little brother used to play with on a regular basis. So I don't know if you call that haunted. There's a ghost that lived there. And our cabin up in central Minnesota, which is right in the middle of Squatchland, the people who live across the road live there year round, and they have one of their siblings saw something cross the road up there. So I'm pretty sure that Squatches are up there, but I've never seen one. But every time I drive to the cabin, I always watch just in case, because you never know, right? I could deal with a Squatch sighting. I would be okay with that. Ghosts? No, thank you, though.
Oh, here. On.
Syracuse, New York. Yeah.
Look on your screen.
I see that. Oh, you guys are like funding this entire channel, and I love you for it. Thank you so much. That is awesome.
Yeah, you guys are incredible with your support.
Oh, and
thank you so much.
Just Sweet from South Australia.
Our first super sticker.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you so much. Just Sweet from South Australia.
Yeah, where is everybody?
It's like 6 a.m. So thank you. And I think you mentioned you were going to be getting ready for work, and you're going to listen while you're getting ready for work. So get ready for work. Don't let me be the reason that you're late or anything like that. But thank you. I appreciate that.
And if anybody has any questions or something, just put question and then put your question, and I'll try to put it up on the screen for Carolyn.
Hand pink waving. Deb, what does that mean? I don't know. But hi, does that mean that you're on?
She's using an icon that was a pink hand waving.
Oh, did I miss it?
No, it was just in the chat on the side.
Okay.
Do you have the chat up on the side?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
But I didn't see any pink hands waving.
Well, you concentrate on talking to your people, and I will throw up comments for you.
Oh, Jess, I don't blame you for staring at the inside of your eyelids at 6:45 a.m. That is not a time that I am generally awake either. Oh, it's bad. Except yesterday, I got up at 5:30 a.m. to shoot some footage for this special event that we have coming up on the tape.
Don't talk.
That's all I was going to say.
It's a
special event.
It's a big mystery.
It is, and that's all. That's as far as I was going to go.
And that's
I'm not giving away the surprise.
On the 18th, coming up here at about 7 o'clock our time.
7 o'clock Central. And it's a Monday.
And
so no video on Sunday of that week. On the 17th, there will be no video because of the special video on Monday, the 18th at 7 p.m. Just saying.
Pretty big.
Oh, N.K. Samborski's from Ontario. Named Mountain, but no mountain. I like that. Dairy cows and fields. Well, I grew up in a farm town in Minnesota, so I get that. Yes, spiritual drip. It is a special event. It's going to be very exciting, at least for us. But it's going to be good for the channel. For those of you who are wishing us well in the growth of the channel. Not that it's going to explode overnight or anything like that, but it's going to be a step in the right direction. That's all I'm saying.
That'd be nice if it does.
It would be nice. I know. I should actually look at our stats because we are at 3,997. We're so close to 4,000.
You know what?
What?
We may get to 4,000 while we're doing this live stream.
I know. That's why I was saying I should look. I should keep track and watch, because wouldn't that be exciting? That would be like
4,000
super
now.
Cool.
That would be cool. I don't see the thing on my screen though. I have to bring up a different screen for that.
It's still at 3,999. No, still at 3,997.
3.99.
Yeah. I'll keep looking. I'll have to check it a couple of times during the stream, just in case.
I'll keep track of it a little bit too.
Jenny A says it says 3.99K on her end. Yeah, that's because there's still 3 subscribers shy of 4,000. But I don't know.
Yep,
my goal is 5,000 by Christmas, so we'll see.
Almost there.
Almost. Boston, Massachusetts.
Craig's checking in from Boston.
I see that. I haven't been to Boston since I was like 7. Went there with my family vacation. Well, we vacationed all across the East Coast, but I remember walking the red line in Boston that leads you to all of the major sites, all the tourist sites. That was really cool. So for the fact that I was there when I was 7 and I still remember that was a pretty cool thing. So yes, we are so close to 4,000. It's just crazy. It's mind-boggling and heartbreaking at the same time. Oh, yes, Spiritual Drip. I did see your comment before about that. Why don't you shoot me an email? Tell me about the cigar ship. That sounds really intriguing. So shoot it to me in an email and let me take a look at it. That would be awesome. We've never done UFOs. Maybe we should do UFOs. I don't know.
That's the InBetween Tales at gmail.com.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Mr.InBetween.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
These little things that I don't remember to do. Yay, good. I don't know. Do you guys want to see UFO stuff? We haven't done UFO stuff before.
Hey, show everybody Rich and Deb's little mushrooms that they gave us that are the most amazing
Rich
things ever.
Okay, hang on. I gotta go get them. They're right back
We're gonna
here.
put pictures of them out in a post too.
You're gonna see them in my comfy pants. So look at this. I'm hoping it'll zoom in okay. This is a wood. Correct me, Rich, if I get this wrong, but this is Pacific. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Driftwood turned into this shape because it's all one piece and it's all out of wood, and they did this wonderful painting job. How cool is that?
Of the coolest little mushroom dude ever.
Yes. How fun is that? I love it. And then another little mushroom to go with it out of wood. And then this guy, another little mushroom. Oh, come on. Cameras.
Put it closer in the middle, like above your, like in front of your eye.
There it is.
Go.
But I want to know what this is made of, because this is just spectacular. Well, they're all spectacular. But I've never seen this before. Is it some kind of acrylic? No, it's
in front of your eye. Block your
face. That's right. The face recognition thing. Oh my gosh, I sound so professional right now. Okay.
Still... But those are awesome.
So professional in my comfy pants. I bet
Yeah,
that
those
looked
are
just
so cool.
wonderful. Ah, yay. That
Ah,
was
yeah, yeah. He
like
says
mushrooms.
yes, it is acrylic. It is acrylic.
It is acrylic. Okay. Because Deb said something in her letter about All Hallows. What is that? I don't know what
I
that
guess it's
is.
a
Is
probably
it a
just a mixture of acrylic, probably.
maybe?
You sound very
Um,
pro.
oh, Richard, are you making me something for Christmas? Oh my gosh. You guys.
Oh man, you
You guys
guys
are
are just
awesome.
too much. Too much. You do too much.
I can't I can't ever
You're
pay you
so
guys
so
back.
generous.
Oh, you're killing me. All right. Oh, there's something up. Oh, Dead Weasel says he'll watch UFO stuff. Yeah, I don't know why we haven't done UFO stuff before. Maybe because it's all. Oh, no, that's a bad excuse. I was gonna say because maybe it's not. It's harder to tell that they're true, but then again, that's kind of the same with most of the stories that we do. There are plenty of documented UFO cases. Um, although I did always want to do the Travis Walton case, if you will. That I think is that's just like spectacular.
That's the
I
one they
mean,
did the movie out of, right?
yeah. I mean, and that's so that guy's been vetted 6 ways from Sunday, you know? So you can't get much more documented than that case. So maybe I'll do an episode on Travis Walton. That's a good one. Um, oh, All Hallows is the name of the color. So it's not just orange and black.
I guess that mixture is probably.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe because it's orange and black, it's like Halloween, so it's All Hallows. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Now I got it. Oh, you guys can't see them on camera. Okay. Oh. What else? You pay us back every Sunday. You guys are great. Jenny A, no need to. Thank you so much. I don't know. It just, and I know one of the questions was, how did I get started? Well, I just listened to Mr. Ballin. Well, not just Mr. Ballin, but there are other ones there too. But
He did
Mis-
start it off though.
he did. He was the catalyst. I found Mr. Ballin. I don't know. He was at like 2 million subscribers. And I just binged everything. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, these stories are just so awesome. And we are looking for something. I mean, between Mr.InBetween and I, we have a family channel. He's got a hypnosis channel. I have another real estate channel that I haven't done anything with lately. But I don't know. I guess I was looking for more of a passion project. And I'm going to date myself here, but I've been into paranormal weird since I was a kid, watching Leonard Nimoy in Search Of on Saturday nights at 5 o'clock while I was eating dinner, since I was a little kid. I've always just loved it. It's always just been the underlying interest that I could never do anything with until the magic of YouTube. And, we've got other channels and we know that YouTube is a viable career. I don't know if I want to call it a career, but that yeah, you can do great things on YouTube. So we're like, well, why don't we start this channel that's more of a passion project? We'll make it so it's not like a job. So we just started. I just doing the stories that I think are the most intriguing in whatever way, shape, or form. That's the genesis of it. There's nothing spectacular about it. But so it makes me feel like I'm just a mom and a real estate agent. I guess it's imposter syndrome. It's like, that's just it. I'm just such a regular person. So the fact that there are like almost 4,000 subscribers and people who send me fan mail, thank you, Rich and Deb, it's mind boggling. And the fact that you guys are here just to watch me today is just crazy. I don't even know what to do with that. It's just amazing. Craig, you've seen what, a UFO? Yeah, I
Here,
didn't miss this.
while you're
What?
waiting, TJ LaBam says, "Yay! I didn't miss this. You're fabulous."
Thank you, TJ. I appreciate that. See, it's just, I don't know. It's just so weird being a regular person and having people say that about you.
Imposter
It's just
syndrome
weird.
sets in.
It's absolutely imposter syndrome because I don't know. I'm just a mom. So I don't
You're an
know.
awesome mom.
Oh, thank you, Mr. InBetween. As we just gave away our kid for a week to grandma. Thank you, grandma. Who's not watching, I'm sure, by the way. Oh, thank you, Craig. That's awesome. Oh, and I don't. Somebody asked me once in one of the comments to one of the videos, said something to the effect of you must be a teacher because of good presentation skills, I assume. And there's nothing like that. I never have been a teacher. I've never been a presenter, never been one who wanted to get up on the stage and do anything. I always wanted to be the one behind the stage. So I didn't even, I mean, if you call it a talent, which I guess you could, I didn't even know it existed until I started the videos. I don't know. I'm not a great storyteller. I've never been known as somebody, oh, listen to Carol Ann. She tells great stories. No one has ever heard that about me ever, ever. So, in fact, I even had somebody tell me that that my stories were boring. So the fact that this is actually a thing is amazing. Jenny A, you keep people captivated and listening to the end. I don't know where it comes from. I guess, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that because I just tell them. I just tell them the way that I feel they should be told. And that's what comes out. So I don't know. We should keep track of how many times I say, I don't know in this stream.
I have a running tally of 48.
Are you sure that's all?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Well, we're still at 3,997.
So we are thinking about doing this at like once a month, but we need to know so that we're not just sitting here kind of wondering, oh, what should we talk about? What would you guys like to see in a live stream?
Yeah. I mean, I could probably fill the time sitting here talking about myself, but that really might get a little bit boring. Hey,
I mean,
Mr. InBetween.
Yeah.
You should try plugging in your Yeti mic once.
I actually have it plugged in right now.
Is that what we're hearing you through?
It is. I think that's
Okay.
what it said. Why is
Maybe
it
you should bring it.
Maybe I got to bring up my gain.
I mean, it's okay, but it's not the best. Maybe bring it closer.
Sorry. How's that? Is that better?
Not really.
No. Maybe it's not. Hold on. Let me check it. I will check it and find out.
I'm trying to think what other questions. I got to go back into
Is this better?
the post and see if there are any questions that I missed.
Does that sound better?
Not really.
And no better?
Excuse me a moment while I check to make sure that I've got everybody's questions answered. Oh my gosh, there's a new notification. Oh, that's from Deb. I just see your notification here, huh? Oh, that's right. Deb asked, what does your son think of all of this? And we don't.
How's that?
We don't let him watch it. But he doesn't want to watch it. He's 10. He just turned 10. He's way more into Minecraft and watching funny shorts and things like that. He doesn't want to watch it.
And Rubik's cubing.
And Rubik's cubing, yeah. So he doesn't really want to watch it. He knows that we do creepy, scary videos. And every now and then I will be in my office editing and I'll have some, creepy monster or something up on the screen because I'm working on a video. And he'll come barging into my office and he'll be like, oh, that's creepy. And it kind of takes him by surprise a little bit. But so he knows that we do it, but he just has no interest in watching it. So as long as that's fine by him, that's fine by me. I don't know. It's not like he's what?
We've been doing this YouTube thing since he was about like 3 or 4. So we started off with the channel with the whole family, and that's how we kind of got our sea legs with this whole YouTube thing. And he was all on. He was the one. It was his idea because he liked watching the toy review channel things, and he said, I want to do that. So then we started doing that, and so he just kind of was like, it's okay, I've done it. So he's kind of like so steeped into the whole YouTube thing. He's kind of like, yeah, been there, done that. He wants to do his own video game YouTube channel, and we're kind of working on that with him. He's 10 now, so we're like, as long as I have to bring him through it. I don't want him to just jump in on his own with that because, it's too much for a 10-year-old. I'm not all about like giving him access to all the hate comments and everything that kids leave kids.
So adults leave adults. What are you talking? Oh my god!
Yeah, well, no, it's way worse with kids.
That's probably true.
But if he's got his I think the comments will be turned off on his video.
Yeah, at least for a while, because it is amazing what people will feel that it's okay to say to another person just because they're online. I mean, I don't get a lot of it. The way vast majority of the comments that I get are positive ones, which is awesome, which keeps us going with this at the moment because right now it's hard because we have full-time jobs and we're doing this on the side and just making a 30-minute video takes a lot of hours to get it done. So, which is totally fine, but that tells us that we know that someday things are going to lighten up. We can do this full time and it'll be better. But with all that said, there's some people who just, I don't know. I just want to look at them face to face and say, would you say that to my face? Because I know that the answer is no. But then I just go look at all the good comments and it's all okay. So Jenny A, yes, I see both of your questions. Is there a place that I would never, ever go to visit? And I can't say that I would say that now. There are places that I would visit that I would just go, like Danbury, Wisconsin seems to be the dog man capital. So if I ever drive through Danbury, I'll be like, this is kind of a scary place. I guess I'll just be on high alert. Or, I don't know. Places that I really wouldn't go, probably more like haunted houses. Because I just don't want to know. I don't want to see ghosts or anything like that. That's just that would just wreck my reality too much, I think. I don't know. We'll see. But and then you had another question.
We're more of the, I want it to stay as a story and then have my internal worldview being, well, that's not real, but that's fun to listen to. But then sometimes you just don't know, and then it's even more fun. But if it actually becomes real, then it changes the world.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a believer to a point. I'm not going to lie and say that I believe all of this. I think that there are plenty of people out there who will put stories on Reddit or whatever just as a prank, or who will put on a gorilla costume and make a video to make people think it was Bigfoot. But I will say that I'm a believer in Bigfoot, because I think that there's just way too many stories and videos and pictures and things like that for there not to be something there. Dogmen, maybe, because there's quite a few accounts there as well, and some pictures and videos and things like that, just not as many as Bigfoot, obviously. So Dogmen, probably to a little bit lesser of a degree. The other cryptids, boy, and I guess it's the case with all of them. There's so many stories out there that I am sure there's a percentage of them that are hoaxes, but there's just so many that I have a hard time believing that they're all hoaxes. So it just feels like some of them, just by sheer volume, the percentages, some of them have to be real. But obviously I could be totally wrong about that. But and Jenny also asked which of the paranormal cryptid topics, which one terrifies me the most. I think it's either going to be Dogman. There are some stories of okay dogmen. If you watched our video on with the Dogman audio, all of those stories are pretty benign. It's just another creature out there who wants to live its life. I mean, one of the stories is there's the dogmen watching over their children.
Uh-oh. I think she just dropped off. So give me a moment. We'll get her back on here. Can you guys hear me fine? Oh, there you are. I just added you back in.
My elbow hit my mouse and it took me out of the studio. Literally, that is exactly what happened. I was like,
oh, you gotta love our trial run here.
I know, but that's not even a technical glitch. That's my elbow hitting my mouse. That was weird. Anyway, I was saying that, yes, dogmen, there are stories of them being just regular, just another species looking out for its family. But I think there are far more dogmen stories that are not nice, that are really vicious. So I think the idea of a dog, and everybody says their aura, they're just evil. So I think Dogman is probably the top on that list. And then the second one, close second, would be running into some kind of demon. Because, yeah, I think that ghosts exist. Again, too many stories from people that I know and trust saying, well, yeah, they exist. So if they exist, demons probably exist, and I don't even want to be anywhere close to that kind of evil. I don't know.
Yeah.
So there's my answer, Jenny.
Check out Jane Doe's comment on your screen.
Jane, that is so sweet. Yes. And I actually was going to wear even more fabulous jewelry today, like something more colorful, but I'm missing an earring and I'm heartbroken. If I've lost an earring to this set of colorful jewelry that I have, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll have to tear apart my bedroom later and see if I can find it. I don't know. But thank you. I love the jewelry. That's another good thing for me about these videos, is it gives me an excuse to wear my beautiful jewelry that I don't really have a reason to wear anywhere else. So, I mean, when I used to work 9 to 5, you'd go to a job and you'd, dress business casual or something, and you could wear some jewelry. But now I mostly work from home. So I don't have reasons other than the holidays to really wear most of my nice jewelry. So this gives me the reason to wear my nice jewelry and to buy more, which is even better. So Thank you. Okay. I believe individuals can manifest our realities. Do you think that we as a collective can manifest things into existence? That is a really good question because I believe in um calling to putting things out into the universe to manifest them in your life. I do believe, and I can't remember because I'm so nervous. I'm not firing on all cylinders, so I can't remember. What is that called? Do you remember, Mr. In Between?
What is that? You mean manifestation?
Yeah, but there's like a name for it, isn't there? I don't know.
You
Put
mean
things
like
out in the
if okay, so here's what people do, and I've studied this extensively and everything is there's a system in your brain called the reticular activating system. So when you focus on anything that you want in the real world, your brain actually kind of it almost like blocks out the other stuff around so that you can focus your attention on that. Now it's not just your attention like your your conscious attention. It's actually your subconscious attention that gets so you're not aware of this going on in your system. So like if you're like let's say let's say Caroline's pregnant and I'm going, oh okay, so I've got babies on my brain. All of a sudden I'll start to see all the child care centers around. I'll start to see people with babies. I'll start to see all the stuff that my subconscious mind is saying this is the part that you need to pay attention to and gain some knowledge from. If you're looking for money, you're going to find opportunities different places. If you're open to it though, because if you're like money isn't for me, I can't get money, that's what you're going to see in the world is all the reasons why you can't. So whatever you're focusing on, if you're focusing on I can do it, that's what you're going to do. And that's kind of the thing that I tell people on my hypnosis channel. So that's pretty much what's going on with manifestation if you're going down into the deep psychology.
Well, that's the
Sorry, I went on my hypnotist rant.
Well, and therein lies the difference between me and Mr. In Between. See, to him, it's all psychology. It's all, what is it? Reticular what?
It's the reticular activating system. It's a fancy name for that's what your brain does.
Right. Whereas I believe that we are connected to the universe and you actually can call that in.
I could see that being a thing also that we haven't yet figured out how that works.
Okay.
I think they both work together that way.
I don't remember where I was going with that now. Oh, and Mr. In Between, I just realized that I never turned on my ring light. Should I do that or should I not do that at this point?
I don't know. That's up to you.
All right. Well, turn it on and see what happens.
It is a little dark in there.
Yeah. Well, and I couldn't figure out why until it just dawned on me. That's why I connected the camera to the teleprompter because the teleprompter is what has the ring light. Oh, look at how much better that is.
Now we see you.
45 minutes later. Now you can see me. Yes.
Yeah. It's a little dark on my face here too, if you can see.
It's funny how you see a ghost as shadow figures with white glowing eyes that's similar to Dogman. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess you could kind of mistake one for the other. Although most of the Dogman stories that I've read, I haven't heard them as white glowing eyes. They're always like yellow or red or something like that. But I have heard of shadow men having white eyes, which is really kind of creepy. Jenny. I just read Jenny's comment. Thanks for answering my questions. I also love that your little liquor glass that you were holding in many of your videos.
Yeah,
yes,
the older ones.
We started with, and it's crabapple liqueur that we actually make ourselves because, well, Long story. Anyway, we make crabapple liqueur ourselves. And so that was just my thing. It was just, especially those first couple of videos, a little bit of liqueur while I'm doing them makes the stories come out a little
social
better.
lubricant for trying
A
to do
little
a
social
video that you're
lubricant.
not used to doing.
Exactly. So that's what we started. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a nice thing. And then somebody said something to the effect in the comments of,
There
oh,
were a
yeah,
few
like,
comments.
oh, I only remember one. Something
There's a
to the
few.
effect of, yeah, like we're going to believe your Bigfoot stories when you're sitting there drinking. And I was like, okay, maybe that's not the best message to send. So unfortunately, much to my dismay, we switched to the coffee cup.
Yeah. In which we have a couple of offerings if anybody's interested.
Yes, there are coffee cups in.
Here, are your coffee? Are those mugs back there? Go grab them. We got two of them.
We got
so
that
this is one, and look on the back.
This is the newest
one.
Hold
the back. Be careful out there, of course.
There it is. Of course.
And what's the one? And this is the newer one. What's the other one?
That's the newer. I say I don't have a white one. I have. Here's the old one.
And hold it up. Hold it up further.
Like that.
So that's a creepy dude.
And I love
flip
that
it around.
Creepy dude.
Flip that one around.
There we go.
Be careful out there.
I know.
I love that. I like them.
And I can't decide if I like the creepy dude better or the new eyeball logo better. They're both really cool.
I kind of like the creepy dude. We've got like a, actually, I think I can. If you keep talking, I'm gonna try to bring up the little video of the creepy dude.
N.K. Sambornsky, how long have you been interested in this weirdness? Since I was a kid. Totally since I was a kid. I don't know. Leonard Nimoy, In Search of. I had to have been, 8 or 9 years old when that was a regular series on TV, and I remember watching those. I watched those. I used to read UFO books, other paranormal books. I read, and then I remember when I was 13, I read The Amityville Horror, and the fact that that was based on a true story was just like totally blew my mind. Oh my God, I've never been so scared in my life as when I read that book. That was like awesome, which is probably the reason that I don't ever want to come even close to a demon today. But if I get close, I will have to take the suggestion of TJ and manifest that out of my life. Focusing to manifest spiritual drip. Yep. Yeah, I think that we can do that. I don't know. The universal mind, Edward. Yeah. There's another name for it, though. I mean, there's that show, The Secret, and they have there's a term for it, and I'm just totally blanking. Hello from Alabama, Jessica. Thank you so much. I love your content and storytelling style. Thank you. And then I don't really even, I don't know. You say a style. I just tell it how I think it needs to be told. I don't even know what style that you would call that. Spiritual drip, limited edition for the old mug one. I think they're still up on the store.
They're in there.
They're in there? Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't find that little clip, so I gave up.
Oh, okay. Oh, Deb, you're not at home. You're grocery shopping? Funny how life gets in the way, isn't it? Crazy. Which she probably can't hear me now because she's probably driving again. Law of abundance, Jenny. That's close. That's not what I'm thinking of.
Law of attraction.
Law of attraction. That's what it is. That's what I've been trying to think of. Law of attraction.
Okay.
What?
Nothing. No. Nothing.
But yes, Jenny, law of attraction, bringing abundance into your life. That's it. Thank you for that. So much more. Jenny A, so much more regarding the techniques. What does that mean? I don't know what you're asking. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. But Jessica, thank you for joining from Alabama. You've got some scary stuff down there too. It's kind of crazy down there. Tony, I love your content and how you present it, always with great storytelling and engaging. Thank you. I don't, people say, I love how you tell stories. I don't, there's like no magic way to tell them. I just tell them. So it kind of freaks me out. I don't know. It's just weird. But thank you, Tony. What else are we going to talk about today? I think I got everybody's questions answered from before, from YouTube. I'm pretty sure.
I think for the most part. But so I am curious of like would people be interested in any kind of like live reading? Like reading stories? I mean, that wouldn't be in the third person like we usually do. That's just kind of reading stories.
Well, why not? Why
I don't know. I'm asking.
Third person?
I guess you could. I'm just saying, like, if you're just kind of grabbing stories and just reading people's stories.
Oh, just like going to Reddit and grabbing stuff and reading on the fly?
Yeah.
Could.
That's why I'm asking the people.
Asking the people. What do the people want?
What do the people want? What do you
what
people
do the
want?
people want? TJ,
Power to the people.
I believe you tell them like how you would like to hear them. Yeah. I think not so much as how I would like to hear them, but how I hear them in my head. That's how I tell them, is how I hear them in my head. Although talking about, just grabbing stuff off of Reddit and doing it on the fly, that would be the hard part about doing that, would be the fact that sometimes you got to read through it so you understand what they're saying and get the whole context of everything to be able to tell the story the way that you think that they're trying to tell it. So I don't know that I could really do justice to things by just doing it on the fly. Now, with that being said, I certainly can grab things ahead of time and go through them and put them into third person. And so I understand what it is that I'm reading and do that reading, but it's not on the fly. It's not on the fly. That would just be a live reading.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm curious to ask everyone what they think, what stories were their favorites from the channel. What's actually, while they're answering that though, what is some of your favorite stories that you've done?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, I have ideas.
Yeah.
I have ideas of what I think your favorites would be, but
I gotta think about this. But Mind of a Dark Horse, thank you so much. And I'm glad that you made it. Thank you. See, a very gifted storyteller. I don't know. I guess I have to get used to the fact that maybe I have a talent for storytelling. I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I just never thought of myself as a storyteller. Yeah. I mean, that's just a weird thing for me. I don't know. My favorite stories. Well, I'm also a true crime buff. I watch a lot of true crime channels as well. So I think one of my favorites is, and we just did it a little bit ago, was Hinterkaifeck. That story just freaks me out. And I'm sure you guys have seen it already, but just in case you haven't, that's 1920s Germany. A whole family gets slaughtered and they're all piled in, well, almost all of them are piled in the barn and nobody can figure out who did it. And in the days leading up to it, there was a newspaper left at the house that nobody had bought. the keys to the house went missing, and most freakishly, there was the owner of the farm says he saw a set of footprints leading to the house, but not leaving the house. He had searched the attic. He'd never found anybody. I don't know. Is it paranormal? Is it not paranormal? Probably not paranormal, but it doesn't change the fact that 100 years later, they have no idea who actually did it. So there are theories, but nobody knows for sure. So that, I think, is one of my favorite stories. The Dog Man one from New York. It was a 40, if I remember correctly, like a 45-minute episode on one Dog Man story where the guy goes into the woods with his friend to get rid of some what he thinks are coyotes, and they run into a dog man that chases them back to their house. That is one of my favorites because the original telling that I heard him tell the tale on a Dog Man channel, and it was just like, I just can't believe that there's any way that that's not real, that guy could make that up just the way that he told it. I could be wrong, but
Yeah,
that story was
freaky one.
Yeah, that one really got me. That was awesome.
And then it followed them most of the way home, and they didn't know if it was there or not. So that was even scarier.
Yeah.
And then that whole almost like the A-team that came over and
yeah,
like they said they took care of it. He's like, what does that mean? Is it gone or not? And they wouldn't even let him know.
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
Yeah, no.
Welcome, William.
William S.
William from North Germany.
Oh, from North Germany.
Yeah.
I know I answered your comment, William, and told you that I spent time in Germany when I was in high school, and I love it there. And I can't believe, I'm not going to tell you how many years it's been, but it's been a lot of years since I've been there. And I so want to go back someday because I just loved it there. I spent like a month when I was 15 and a month when I was 16 with a sister school exchange thing. And it was fabulous. And of course, I can't speak a word of German anymore, but I'll have to brush up before we go back. So thank you for joining in, William. But okay, so before I get to a couple more of these, I just wanted to finish my other favorite episode. And I have to get this in because actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this is my favorite episode, is the Cowman of Kapalas Beach. That is that's a good one. Favorite. That is such a great story. And if anybody out there hasn't seen it, it is a Bigfoot one where a guy has got a Bigfoot around his house that's like threatening his family and stuff like that. And it's just such a great story. I love that one. Mm-hmm. Okay. What have I missed here? What do we got?
Right on the screen.
What type of paranormal stories scare you the most? Have you had any scary paranormal events in your life? I have not had any paranormal events in my life. I have people who are very close to me who have. I mean, my brother saw what he says. I don't know what it was. I say it was a ghost. I have friends who have seen ghosts. Actually, I forgot to say before, I have an uncle who saw a UFO.
Well, you have a husband that saw multiple UFOs.
That's right.
Thank you very much. And I even have
all about that because you never talk about it.
I have an official report I put out back in like 91.
Yes, you did.
That's I'm dating myself, but right over, Calhoun Lake here in the Minneapolis area.
That's right.
And it's out there. It was about it ended up over a period of time. It was over across the lake and over on my left. I saw a bunch of what seemed to be kind of like silver egg-shaped craft that were kind of going out over these houses and then kind of dipping behind some other ones. And then another one would come, and then two would come, and then so it ended up being about 5 or 6 in total over a period of about 15 minutes. So that was quite interesting. Now, that doesn't mean that I believe that there's automatically like aliens. I don't know. I'm kind of more of the I don't know until I know. So unless I saw them coming out of the craft or going in, I couldn't say if they're aliens. But I can tell you what I saw some stuff in the sky. That's what I can tell you. That's what I put in my report.
I think because you are such a skeptic about it, I think that's why I forget. You know?
It could be. It could be.
Yeah. Mind of a dark horse, kind of like manifesting a tulpa. I don't think I want to manifest a tulpa. I've heard of it being done, but that just, yeah. I've heard that people have done it. I've heard that it's not easy to do, which is good because I never want to do that. I don't even want to get close. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Susan.
Yes, Susan Butler, thank you so much. It's so good to see you here. I'm glad you caught the stream. Where would I be without my Susan Butler every Sunday? So I appreciate it. Thank you, Susan. And shout out to your husband, Mr.InBetween. He's on. I don't know if you know that or not, Susan, but Mr.InBetween is on with us today.
Yep. Hi.
And Kay Samborski, I can listen to anything that you share with us in-betweeners. Thank you. I don't know. I've been told that people will listen to me read a cereal box, which makes me tempted to make a video of just reading a cereal box. But the story about the odd alien robot clown. I know, the Sandown clown. That one is just weird. I don't know what to even do with that one. I guess I'm kind of leaning toward if there are, and I say if, but if there are aliens that are so much more advanced than we are, then it's not that much of a leap to the idea that they can appear how they want to appear if the subject is willing. And of course, children, their brains are so malleable. That's why they see the ghosts that we don't see and stuff like that. So it kind of just goes hand in hand with that. So maybe it's aliens who can like manifest however they need to manifest to children because they can do that with children. I don't know, but that is just such a bizarre story. I loved it. That was a good one. Yeah. The way it ate its food was so bizarre. Oh, with the berries going in its ear. And yeah, that was weird. That's another one. I was like, what do you even do with that? I can't even interpret that into anything. I mean, that's part of these stories and stuff is you're reading the story and it's not always clear what it is that they're talking about. So sometimes you do have to put in, or I have to put in some of my own interpretation of what it is that I think the story is about or what it is that they intended and things like that. And there are sometimes it's just like, I don't even know what to do with that. I have no idea where that comes from or what that is supposed to be or anything like that. I don't know. So yeah, I do my best, obviously.
When it comes to children too, I mean, because the children are saying this is what I saw, but the vocabulary of children is so limited that they can only describe things in their limited way of knowing. So if they don't know what certain things are, they'll just say the word that's the closest that they can see that they know of. So who knows what exactly they did see?
Yeah, I don't know. That was a weird one.
And William's coming from
Flensburg, Old Anglo. I don't know where that is, and obviously Germany is a very big country, and I was more on the southern side, not the northern side. So I don't know the north as well. I was down in like the Koblenz area, but I don't know the north very well. So I don't know where that is. But when I come back someday, I will look for it. I'll tell you that for sure. I promise. That would be cool. I'm going to drag Mr. InBetween and our kid, and we're going to go. Voodoo YouTube, hello. Oh, I just took it off. There it is. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Last city before Denmark. Oh, so you are way up there. That's kind of amazing. I've heard Denmark is beautiful too. Well, I thought Germany was beautiful, but we were down by the Black Forest and stuff like that. That's a beautiful area with the Alps and stuff. But I have heard that Denmark is beautiful as well. But now I know. Now when I plan this big European trip that we're all going to go on, I don't know when. We'll head up that direction. Fabulous.
We'll have to manifest that trip.
We will have to manifest that. Yes. Born and raised in Denmark. That's awesome. I know my brother has been to Denmark for his wife's work. Like my sister-in-law went there for work, and so he went to visit. And he loved Denmark, but that's mostly, I think, because he's a huge World War II fan. So for him, it was the history of Denmark that made it so spectacular for him. But I certainly want to go. I've been to Germany, I've been to England and Scotland, and it's just such a different experience over there from, I've been to plenty of places in America as well, but it's just such a different, it's such a culture shock. The fact that your buildings that are, it's like, oh, that one's only 200 years old. That's relatively new for you guys, when for us, that's like 200 years old. Holy cow. We're just so much younger of a country. So it's just so different to go over there into Europe, where everything is so much older and so much more history. It's crazy. And I love it. It's awesome. You are a kid's dream come true storytelling aunt. I'm somebody's storytelling aunt. Okay. I guess I'll take that. You're welcome. Yeah. Voodoo too.
I think there was somebody who said that you reminded them of their aunt who used to tell the most amazing story. Was that you, Voodoo Tube?
I do remember that comment.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Voodoo Tube. Tell me if I'm wrong, Voodoo. But I do remember that comment. That was pretty awesome. Because I didn't have any aunts telling me stories. So it's cool that I can be somebody else's aunt telling them stories. That's cool.
All right. We are at the hour. You want to go a little? Does anybody want us to go a little bit longer? I think we have some time if you want to, and if you're up for it.
I'm good.
Caroline.
I'm all good.
I don't know. What do you guys think? We have 19 people on the stream right now. That's amazing.
We had 22. That was pretty cool. But I haven't been watching that, so I don't know if that was the top or not. And we're still at 3,997 subscribers.
That's awesome. And of course, everybody liked the stream, right? Or the live stream, right? Everyone hit the like
yes.
Button. Who
Everyone
hit
has
the
hit the
like button?
Yeah. Hit the like button.
But
no, I'm just sitting here with my Monster. I wish we could get Monster to sponsor us. That would be awesome.
That'd be a good spot. Well, we'll work on it. I'll work on that.
Okay. I apologize to everybody for drinking while I'm doing a live stream, because I read somewhere that you shouldn't do that, but it's kind of, I don't know. I'm always drinking something. Edward, go for it. I guess we'll hang on for a little bit longer. I don't know.
Sure.
We don't have anywhere to be.
Why not?
Oh, Deb is driving. She'll rewatch later.
We have 22 likes.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
3,998.
Oh, man.
We got one more.
Away.
Two away. So Deb must be listening, but just not able to.
She's driving.
Yeah. So, thank you, Deb. Yes, I wish you were here with us 100%, but I appreciate that you're with us 50% while you're driving. But drive. Drive the car. Don't pay attention to me. Yes. All right. Oh, Voodoo Tube is going to binge watch all our videos. Thank you. Thank you, Voodoo. I
That's a lot of
appreciate
videos.
that. That is a lot of videos. We're at 90. We're at 90? No, the next one will be 90.
Yeah. We
Not
took
even
all the
including the
shorts.
shorts.
We took
Yeah.
all the shorts off and made a shorts channel. So
Yeah.
if anybody's curious, there's a in between shorts channel out there if you like shorts.
Yeah.
We haven't added any new ones to it, but it's got all the shorts that we had so far.
Right. I'm hoping that after the holidays here, that maybe we'll get a little bit of extra time, which I don't know. There is no such thing as extra time, but it would be nice to be able to come across a couple more shorts and put a couple more shorts on the shorts channel. That would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
And Kay Samborski says longer. All right, we'll hang on a little longer. How come there are so many stories from the US about paranormal things than from Europe when the US is a young country?
Well,
That's a good question.
Do you want Carol Ann's answer or do you want a skeptic's answer? I'll allow her to do it. We like to tell stories here in the US, I think.
We do like to tell stories. But I'm going to challenge your premise here a little bit that there are so many stories. I mean, it's not that the US has any more, that Europe doesn't have that many stories. They have lots of stories. They really do. In fact, we've done a couple things, stories in England and stuff like that, but not so much around other places in Europe. But we need to do that. I know that there are places in England for sure that there's one forest, and I can't think of the name of the forest. That's just crazy. That's got like dogmen and Bigfoot and crawlers and ghosts, and this area is just teeming with every paranormal thing that you can think of. That they're all there. So there is lots of stuff going on in Europe. But as far as the US goes, we're a lot younger, but I think maybe
we have a lot of media though. Well, I mean,
yeah.
We have a huge amount of media that comes out. So I think everybody pays attention to the US media and movies, and we dominate the media market in so many ways that's what you're going to see and be. But there's plenty. I mean, there is plenty of stories outside the US. I just think that those don't make it into the media.
That could be. Yeah. I mean, obviously it depends on where you're getting your information from. If you're getting it from more social media outlets, you're going to have a better chance of hearing things from outside the US. I don't know. But I don't think we have any more than anybody else does. We probably have some. I mean, we have a pretty wild birth of a country. So that could be part of it. But in actuality, I mean, there have been people here for a lot longer than we've been a country. So I don't know. I think our history is almost as well. No, I shouldn't say that. The history in Europe is a lot longer. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is to that. Voodoo Tube, thank you so much. That's just awesome. I just appreciate it so much. I don't even know what else to say. Thank you. We should get a Patreon account. We probably should. Obviously, we've been spending most of our time just trying to, in all honesty, we've been spending most of our time just trying to get out the next video. I mean, that's probably why we haven't live streamed before, because we just didn't have the time and mental capacity to put into, okay, what do we need to do to live stream? We're so focused on just getting out that next video that we haven't really thought that wide yet. But I'm sure that someday we'll have a Patreon account. Mr.InBetween, do you have anything to say about that? Oh, I lost you. Are you there?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, there
Sorry.
you are. Okay.
I had to sneeze, so I put it on mute and I forgot. No, but we do have a YouTube membership account that people can join. We are
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to figure out what to add for that for everyone. So, like, maybe YouTube member only live stream or member only chat. I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
true. Here I am talking about Patreon, and I forget the fact that we have membership count right here on YouTube. So
Yeah, we do.
that's how
And
good
yeah,
of a marketer I am.
we are usually up until like the wee hours, like maybe anywhere from 1 to 4 in the morning on a Saturday, trying to get the Sunday video scheduled so that we can hopefully get enough sleep.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
that's a little crazy.
we both work other jobs as well, and homeschool a 10-year-old at the same time, and then try to get this done every week. So it's kind of a big deal. Oh, Rich, what are you doing, man?
Again? Oh, Rich.
Oh,
You're
Rich,
killing me. I love you, but
we
you're
love
killing
you,
me.
brother. Thank you so
Well,
much. You are so
all I
generous.
can say is I have a Christmas surprise for you two. So there. I'm going to leave it at that.
Mhm.
Let's see. Honey Badger. Thank you so much, Honey Badger. I'm glad that you were able to join the stream. Yay. William Bowdy. I think the U.S. is better to tell about than others. I don't know why. I mean, all around the world, there's some like really awesome, great paranormal stories. There's some really good ones that come out of like Vietnam. I should really try some of those sometime because there's some really creepy stuff going on over there. So I don't know why the U.S. would be better.
I think in international paranormal and unexplained stories would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know, William. Are there no good paranormal stories in Germany? I find that really hard to believe, but maybe. I don't know. One reason might be that the U.S. has so much more wilderness that is accessible to more of the population.
There is that as well.
True. I think, when I hear the word paranormal, I always go ghosts pop into my head. I don't think so much of Bigfoot and things like that. But if you're talking about Bigfoot and Dogman and the cryptids, I think that's absolutely why. There is a whole lot of forest on the western side. I mean, obviously there's some on the eastern side as well with the Appalachian Mountains and stuff like that, but I don't think that can compare to the Pacific Northwest and all the crazy stuff that is out there, and so much virgin territory out there. And up in Canada, British Columbia, there's just some crazy amount of space that, I mean, is barely documented, much less explored. And so who knows what could be lurking around in there. And that's one of the reasons I think that I believe in Bigfoot so much, is because there's lots of room in there for a Bigfoot population. I could be wrong, but I just think so. Good point, NK. Mind of a Dark Horse. How do you feel about the possibility?
I think we're going on for about 10 more minutes.
Okay. How do you feel about the possibility of the universe is nothing more than a simulation? I don't think so. Now, I have watched, one of my other favorite channels is the Y-Files. I love AJ and the Y-Files. And he has done the whole simulation video. And I've watched it. And I get it. And I've heard a couple of podcasts about it too. And I get it. And yeah, I guess that's a possibility. But I just don't think so. I don't know.
No, I don't think so either. As much as I'm a fan of Elon Musk, I just don't agree.
What does that have to do with it?
Because he's been talking about everything, like the chances that everything is a simulation is way more that it is than it isn't.
Well, that's true. I mean,
He's been
and
talking
that's
about
what
that for
I've heard
years.
too. For the people who subscribe to that theory, that's what they all say. I just don't know that I subscribe to that theory. I don't know. I just find that really, really hard to believe. So then if Elon thinks we're in a simulation, then he should be working harder to break us out of the Matrix than he's working to send us to Mars. That would be my 2 cents right there. Come on, Elon, break us out of the Matrix.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Elon is Morpheus.
Why spend all that time and money to send us to Mars when it's not real? Why not spend that time and money breaking us out of the Matrix? I don't know.
There you go.
You, William, you are a good example of a great storyteller. On German channels, they just tell the U.S. stories. Well, thank you.
Well, send us your German stories, William. We'll do it.
But send them in English because my German is no longer existent.
That's true.
But absolutely send us some German stories. So they just tell the U.S. stories. I don't know why. Why would they do that? You would think that YouTube in Germany would have its own German language base. I mean, obviously it does. So, if you were to start a story, maybe that's what you should do, William. Start your own storytelling YouTube channel for Germans, because obviously that must be lacking over there, but it's going to have a base and you won't have much competition, I wouldn't think. So there's your idea. There you go. And when you do that, let me know. That would be cool to do a collaboration with somebody from Germany. I don't know how we would do that in 2 different languages, but we'd figure something out. Dr. Bruce, let's see, Jenny. Dr. Bruce Lipton believes in this theory as well. Who knows? I've heard the name Dr. Bruce Lipton. I wonder if that's who they were talking about on the podcast that I was listening to.
He's big on epigenetics and stuff.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I guess I don't want... I haven't thought a whole lot about it because I don't want it to be true. I don't know.
I'm with you.
That's no fun. Especially if we are living in a matrix. I don't see us doing any of those like cool bullet moves and things like that. If I could do that, maybe I wouldn't mind living in a matrix.
They limited the computer program.
That's not fair. And I'm not saying I have to be Neo. I'm just saying I just want to do some of those cool
physics so that I can't do that, I suppose.
That's not fair.
That is
if I'm in a matrix, I want to live in a cool matrix.
Or we could be the Avengers if we want.
Be the Avengers. I suppose.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, I suppose. All right.
Somebody online said something about, or asked a question about I think it was vidIQ actually. They asked the question of if you could have one superpower, what would it be? And I was thinking about it, and I'm thinking, I think the coolest thing, because I don't want to like manipulate people, but I want people to listen and to like think, So I'm thinking, okay, what would that be like? It's like, how about if everyone had to listen to what I said? But it doesn't mean that they have to believe what I say, but they have to like actually think about it and consider it, seriously. That would be my superpower. It's like everybody has to do that. It's like I don't want to make people just believe stuff because I think it. I want, because I'm not, it's not like I actually know all the answers, but I want to be listened to just like everybody else. So if everybody I think that'd be a great thing if everybody had to actually consider everything and like really think about what people say to them. That would probably be a much better world.
Oh, probably, but to pick that as your superpower, I don't know.
I know it's kind of weird, but you know,
Yeah.
I'm kind of weird.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Deb says if we all pinched ourselves at one time, we would all wake up. Maybe that's the answer. But
Are you still
organizing
driving,
that
Deb?
could be a little. I hope not. I hope
Or did
she's
you
not
make it
texting
home?
anybody. Maybe she pulled over
Maybe
just
she
to give
pulled
that
over
comment.
again.
And William, if we live in a matrix, are the men in black then the bad guys? Well, I think the men in black are the bad guys anyway, whether we're in a matrix or not.
You know,
They
not
don't
knowing
seem
exactly what they are might be one of the things that, like, what if they are not really the bad guys? I don't know. That's one of the things that is strange. But I think there is a connection, though, between the men in black and the black-eyed kids.
really.
Yeah. I think
Why?
that because I think a certain amount of the men in black are would be kind of if the whole alien thing is correct, are probably like kind of hybrids. Like some of them are, some of them aren't. Maybe the black-eyed kids are young men in black, which is why they have to wear sunglasses and everything. But I don't know. There are a few different things out there that kind of lead me to that, to thinking that.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I might not. But these are kind of things that at some point I'll be touching on when I actually do launch the Mr.InBetween channel.
Which will happen someday.
Yeah, we just don't have the
Someday
time
there
now.
will be a Mr.InBetween channel. But I have never heard of a good Men in Black story. So whether we're in a matrix or not, the Men in Black are always the bad guy. They're never good.
It's true.
You know?
We don't have enough information.
Well, true. We have lots of accounts, though, of things that have happened. Oh,
Right.
now Deb is home. Well, now we have
Welcome,
to stay on
Deb.
just a few more minutes. Just for Deb.
Oh, too much. Yeah, the red on the lips.
With the MI.
I don't know about the eating eggs.
I don't either.
Comical Men in Black.
Is the too much red on lips? Is that in regards to that story?
Where the guy kind of
wiped
the red off his lips.
Yeah.
That was like one of the original old stories.
Yeah. It was Herbert something. Where he like made a penny disappear or something. It wasn't Albert Bender. That was a different one.
He had it spin on the hand, and then it kind of like turned blue and vanished or something.
Vanished, yeah. So is that alluding to that story? I don't know. Lady Carol Ann. Oh, William, you are too kind.
And William, we actually do have a couple of stories that in our videos. So there are some Men in Black stories that we have that happened outside the US.
Yeah, there are a few. Is it Nick Redfern that does all the Men in Black books?
Yeah, he does a lot. He has a lot of books.
Yeah, he does. And I know in his books there are several stories outside of the US. So it does happen.
And he's British as well.
Elsewhere. Yeah, which is probably why he has the connections to get the scoop, I would think. I don't know. But
I think one of the earliest accounts of a quote unquote Men in Black type situation was in London, or outside of London in a small town. I don't know if it was London actually, but it was definitely in England.
Yes. Yes, that's right.
That is in one of our stories.
It was in England, and I don't remember where exactly. Yeah, that is in one of our videos, and I don't remember when it was, but it was a long time ago, like 1600s, and that's a guess because it's been a little while, but it was a while ago. And the story, I mean, so the documentation behind it is, well, you know, they didn't write then the way we write now, so it's a little hard to get to understand exactly what happened, but the description that they gave was the Men in Black. I mean, it was just like, oh my gosh, this is so obvious. This is a Men in Black story, but it was a long time ago. The Men in Black are controlled droids that do their master's bidding. Man, maybe that very well could be. I mean, we don't know a whole lot about what they are or what they're doing here to know what the scoop is. So that's entirely possible. In case Samborski, the black-eyed children are demons. They freak me out the most. They are very freaky, and I would not be surprised to find out that they have a demonic connection. I mean, just that whole don't let them in or bad things happen, and then actually hearing the stories of bad things that happen to people who let them in. Yeah, I don't want them in my house. Thank you very much.
And it was one of those stories that of someone who let them in and bad things were happening and they left and got into a big black car with some gentlemen in black suits or something.
That's right.
One of the connections.
That's right. That is a very good, convincing connection. That's very true. Oh, and Deb agrees with you that there's a connection between the sunglasses and the black eyes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because Deb is awesome.
And Deb, you do not get any more hints on next week's. Well, there'll be a regular video next week. There'll be a video next Sunday.
It'll be the Monday after next.
It's the Monday after that, yes. So 2 weeks from tomorrow
on the 18th
is when... Oh, and my glasses just broke again. Oh, well. Yeah, so there'll be a regular one next week. It's a missing 411 video, just so you know. Letting that cat out of the bag. So it's the week after that. And no, I'm not going to give you any more hints. You got to wait. You got to find out.
These are some very interesting missing 411 stories, I might add. but it's more than just reading, or it's more than just telling stories.
Yes.
This is bigger than that.
It's bigger than that. But no, I was saying that next week's video is a missing 411 video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We are doing the story of Tom Messick. Some of you may, there's a number of people who have done the story just because it's so crazy. I mean, somebody who just vanishes off the face of the earth, literally, for no reason. So that should be a really good one. So Deb, just so you know, Sunday the 17th, you're going to have to just binge on some old episodes that day or something like that, because we don't have a video coming out that Sunday. You got to wait until Monday, 7 p.m., 5 p.m. your time. You got to wait to watch that video, which I know you will. Thank you very much. Okay. I am leaving you with a cliffhanger. Absolutely.
So, Jenny, are you saying that you don't want us to do any more black-eyed children stories? Is that it? You don't
that's
like
a good
them?
question.
You won't watch our stories? We put out more black-eyed kid stories.
Although that did remind me, though, that we're kind of probably overdue for a Men in Black video. We haven't done a Men in Black video in a long time. We'll have to look at that. ERK, Nick Redfern. Yes, the implication was that they, MIB, are trying too hard to be normal. I think it is the first story in the Real Men in Black book. That could be. That could be, because I read, I think, 2 of Nick Redfern's books to get stories for our episodes. He's got just an amazing amount of information. It's crazy. Deb asked me sometime about me getting bit by a ghost kid. You'll have to wait till the 18th to hear it. Oh, a little good for the goose, good for the gander, I think, that we just got from Deb. Fair play. Well played. All right. You'll have to email me that story. I can't believe you got bit by a ghost kid and you haven't emailed me that story. What's wrong with you? Hello? Email me that story. That would be good. Oh, Jenny says, you do as many as you want to. I was just so creeped out regarding how powerful they are. Orchestrating car accidents. I know. That story, excuse me, I think that is the story that creeped me out the most. And maybe because it's just so dramatic in itself. I don't know. But yeah, that one particular story where they're like, can we have a ride? No. And the people leave and the one guy gets in a car accident. That's just like, wow. The first time I read it, I just remember being so struck by it, which is obviously why I then decided I got to put this one in a video because it was such a good story. And by the way, 3,999.
Oh, we are.
I know.
One away.
Oh, it almost makes me want to hang on until we hit it. But that could be like 2 days from now. That's the only problem. Oh, Deb is going to email us that story. That's good. Okay. Jessica, I guess it's more of a natural way you present the stories. And yes, we do have some strange and creepy things down here in the South. Yes, you do. You've got like the swamp apes and rougarous, although I think we're more by Louisiana, but still, they're not far from you. You got some weird things going down there. You got boogers. I love that. We call them boogers. I should do some just of the Southern weirdness. There's a lot of weird things down there.
You have to do it in your Southern accent.
in my atrocious Southern accent, because I can't do accents. Don't ask me to do accents. That's a bad deal. See, Jenny and I got creeped out on the same story. Oh, Deb didn't tell us because she honestly hates to talk about it. It's an insane and scary story. Well, Deb, if you don't want to talk about it, don't talk about it. That's okay. All right. You do. I totally get it. Because if I were to ever have a ghost, and that's why I don't want to see ghosts, because it would rock my reality way too much. I would be way too freaked out. So if you don't want to talk about it, don't talk about it. I totally get it. All right. Oh, William, yes, the Irish do have a ton of stories. And they have some weird things going on there. Absolutely, the Irish have stories.
It's all that Druid heritage.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Welsh and the Scottish as well, because they're all kind of teeming from the same gene pool.
Yep. Oh, Carrie says, hold on, you'll hit it. I hope so. I don't know. It's still 3,999. I don't know. We'll see. Because you never know. The hard part is, I mean, literally, it could be 2 days before we hit it. It could be like the next minute, or we could start losing some.
We just hit 4,000.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
What are the odds that we did that? Thank you, everybody. Oh my gosh. We just hit 4,000.
Congratulations, hon. 4,000.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Congratulations to you as well.
Thank every one of you for.
Okay, I got to do
This
something that
is
I haven't done
amazing.
so far. Hang on.
Oh,
There it is. There it is.
where is it?
Right there. Right there.
Woohoo!
I can't believe that actually happened in the
That's
hour and a
pretty
half we've
awesome.
been on. I can't believe that actually happened. 3 subscribers in an hour and a half for us. That's pretty amazing.
That was awesome.
Thank you, everybody. That's fabulous. Love it. Okay, I'll stop. I'm just so excited. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Deb's been to Capalas Beach. Oh, just stay away from the farmland, I guess. I don't know. Well, it wasn't a farm as much as a ranch. I don't know. I can't believe you live out there and you haven't seen anything yet. Or maybe you haven't told me yet. The fairy forts. What are William? What are fairy forts?
Thanks for the super sticker.
Tab,
Thanks,
you
Deb.
guys.
You guys are
You're
too
killing
much,
me.
right?
Oh, Carrie's husband has subscribed. Is that what got us over 4,000?
Now he's got to watch all the videos, though.
Carrie, you have to tell me. If that's what got us over 4,000, you have to tell me, okay? Oh, my God. So I can congratulate him specifically because that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, so, William, what are fairy forts? We haven't done anything on fairies. I don't know about fairies.
No, believe me, fairies are very interesting.
Yeah.
Not, and I don't mean the fairies that you see in Disneyland. It's real fairies are very different.
Well, true, because they're not always good. They're not all Tinkerbell. I know that.
No,
Is that what you're saying?
There's a whole world to explore.
True. Very true. But like gnomes, because I was gonna get ready to do an episode on gnomes. But once you start unpacking it, there's so much that I haven't had the time to like get everything together to do an episode on gnomes. And I'm pretty sure the same is going to be true of fairies.
Yeah, what kind of stuff should we be doing here, guys? What do you want to see? Now, I mean, we've got y'all in one place. You may as well let us know. Hey, this is, you know what? I'm really stoked if you guys did this one.
Well, we have 17 of you in one place, to be more specific.
Yeah. Yes. But you know, these are hardcore, you know, folk who are with us, blood, sweat, and tears right here, right now.
True.
Yeah, elemental.
Thank you for the congratulations, Jenny. It is a moment. I'm very excited. So now we just have to get to 5,000.
So what
next milestone?
I'm not, you know, I know about elementals, but I'm not sure exactly what they are.
I don't know either. That's one thing that's interesting about, you know, so we've been doing this for almost a year and a half. And, you know, obviously before that, it was just like, I'm going to read this Bigfoot book, or I'm going to read this ghost book or whatever. And as much as I don't like ghosts, I do read lots of books and things. But once we started diving into it, it's like, okay, we need a new topic for a new video. And you start kind of branching out. An interesting thing is I'm learning all of this stuff that I never would have learned before. Like before, when I was commenting about tulpas, well, if I wasn't doing this stuff, I never would have found that information to learn what a tulpa is or how to manifest one or anything like that. So it's kind of crazy how much I'm learning about all of this stuff. Like elementals, I mean, I've heard of them, but I don't really know what they are, So I'm sure at some point I'll have to dive into that and then I'll learn all of that stuff. So it's actually kind of cool, the education that I'm getting by doing all of this. I think that's kind of cool. It's just a nice side effect, I guess. Jenny A says fairies, gnomes, etc. are elementals. Cloud fairies too. So cool. Well, what does that mean to be okay? So fairies and gnomes are, but what does that mean to be an elemental? I don't understand what that is. But what?
Here I've got I got something for us. So this is it. If you bear with me here, I'm trying to share my screen on this little gem so everybody knows what it is. What's the thing?
Okay, well, while you do that, I had to go back a little bit because Edward says he was visited by a dark black human-shaped form at night twice in separate occasions when he was 15.
Oh man,
Edward, didn't I tell you to email me those? I don't remember now if I've heard that or not. But if you haven't emailed me your stories, please do.
Definitely.
That's kind of creepy. Let's see.
So check this out.
What do you got there?
That's what are the four elemental beings? According to Pericles and the subsequent followers, there are four categories of elementals, which are gnomes, undines, sylphs, and salamanders. These correspond to the four empedocline, something like that, elements of antiquity: earth, water, air, and fire, respectively. So that is interesting. So I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know that like gnomes were that. I wonder if that probably goes back to like some of the more ancient stories where you get gnomes and trolls
but that leaves out fairies.
No, they're in
unless that the word that was in there is another name for fairy.
I think those are just categories of them. So like gnomes are in one category.
Well, they were the earth elemental, according to what you just read.
But I think there's other elementals that are of the earth. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Looks like we got some research.
I guess so. Oh, and Deb is correcting my pronunciation. It's not Copalis Beach. It's Copalis.
Aha.
Okay. I'll have to try to remember. I've been saying Copalis for so long. I'm sure I'm going to mess that up. So William says, I just remember about the fairy forts from an Irish story many years ago. Okay. I'll remember. I'll look into some Irish fairy fort. That just sounds interesting.
Yeah, pretty cool. I know that in Norway and Denmark and Sweden and such, they've got the fairies that live out in the hills. And they have the houses made for them, and they leave gifts.
Yeah, which I think is so awesome. I just think that's a cool thing.
That is pretty cool. And we will have to be getting out of here pretty soon. We do have some other stuff we have to get to today, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true. Real life is intruding on us today. That's for true.
That's
true. Okay, so quick. Deb says there's been stories lately of kids seeing a dwarf type spooky thing that states in watching them sleep.
Ooh, that's creepy.
That is creepy. If you've got a link to a story that talks about that, send it to me. That would be cool. I'll put that in my gnomes video. It stares
And
him. Stares and
trolls
watches
are a
us.
part of the elemental thing too, Jenny said.
Okay. Oh, William says, I say, surprise us. The stories that come out of this channel are great. Thank you, William. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging on. Thanks all you guys for hanging on so long. This is awesome. Edward says, how about actual poltergeist activity with video proof? I love video proof. Video proof is hard though, because I've been in the media business almost, my entire adult career. And so I know how easy it is to fake it.
Especially now.
But I will say that I have seen some things that I don't even know how somebody would fake. So, but I love video proof. And I've actually thought about doing, I don't know if you guys watched the channel Slapped Ham, where that guy just puts on clip after clip after clip of like the weirdest clips of seemingly paranormal stuff. And yes, there are some clips that I look at and I go, that's fake. That was easy. But there's stuff on there that I'm like, oh my God, no way. And I thought about doing videos like that, but I'm just not sure of the copyright situation that goes with that, with playing somebody else's video in full. There are times that you can do it under certain circumstances, but playing somebody else's video in full, it's kind of a touchy thing. So I don't know, but I would like to see the video proof. I don't know if I can do a video of that, but it'd be awesome. Oh my goodness. Wasn't Slenderman a tulpa? I don't know what Slenderman was or is. I don't know. I just know that a couple of very young, impressionable girls made some very bad decisions because of Slenderman.
Yeah. Now, from my understanding, Slenderman started from someone creating a story that was done on Reddit and then recopied and pasted and copied and pasted. So you get the term creepy pasta because it was pasted all over the place. So it was so Slenderman itself is one of the ones that came about due to media, and it's a story that people pass on over and over again.
Yes, but that's the point. And that's the point of his comment, is that a tulpa, I don't know, Mr.InBetween, are you familiar with tulpas?
I am not.
Okay, because I just read about them not all that long ago. So a tulpa is a being that is literally thought into existence.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and I know, it's like a big Tibetan thing that there, and that's the story that I read, was a Tibetan monk who brought his own tulpa into existence. But that's the idea, is that if enough people think about it, that's what creates it and brings it into existence. So I guess in that case, yes, Slenderman would be a tulpa.
Beetlejuice.
Yes.
Kind of.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. So I hate to cut us off, but we got to get going here.
Okay.
We have to call your brother to help us fix the car.
So. Yes. Life is intruding. All right. I'm just looking at the last of the comments here to see if there's anything that I missed. Well, I missed a lot of them here, and I apologize for that. But trolls would be a good one too. NK, Edward, Deb, all you guys, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I can't even. There's so many in here now that I can't even get to them all. Thank you guys so much. This has been so much fun. I can't believe it's been 2 hours. That's crazy. And this has been so fun. We're going to do this again. Mr.InBetween, heads up.
All right.
I don't know if it'll be
hoping
a month or what, but we're going to do this again because this was really fun. So we'll let you guys know when we get that all sorted out. So thank you all. Thank you for your participation in the 4,000 subscribers. That is awesome.
Right on.
Yes.
And
Be
thanks for
well.
all the support and everything
Yes.
that you've been giving us for this long, and of course for the monetary support in the chats and whatever. It's like, it makes such a huge difference.
Yes.
Um,
Thank you, Deb. Thank
just
you, Rich. Thank you.
thanks everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Yes. Oh, thank you guys so much. So we are going to say goodbye. Thank you. And we will see you all again soon. All right. Thanks. Take care. And be careful out there.
Be careful out there.
Be careful out there. All right.
And
Bye.
she will see you next time on the
I will see you
In-Between.
next time on the In-Between. Bye.